It sets up 3rd and long at the 46-yard line, 3rd and 8 to be exact. Clock ticking, under 10.5 minutes in the opening quarter. Rodriguez, once again, escaping the pocket, clearing it through the middle. Trying to check past the second level. And is pushed out of bounds. We'll see if it's enough to move the chains.
I like the play call. Again, 5 receivers, this time 4 to the left, right? So if you can find the right gap in those 4 linemen rushing, you can go a long way. And he did indeed make a first down. I didn't think he did have it at first, but the chains are moving. First down, nicely designed to play. Now that's something clearly Bennett's going to have to be concerned about going forward. You're going to have a middle linebacker or somebody there to spy that run.
It is 3rd and 5 from the 26-yard line. Chance here for the Rams to convert yet again on 3rd down. And we got some movement here on the offensive line prior to the snap.
Yeah, I've talked about this before. I don't like when the offensive line is in a coordinated motion, lifting up to go hear the play call. Oftentimes the defense then jumps offside because they see all that motion. I think the rule has to be you're just not allowed to all jump up at the same time like that and cause the offsides. But nonetheless, they got the 5 yards and the first down.
They'll take an easy way to move the chains. We talked before we went on the air how similar these offenses are, Bob. 29 points per game for Benet. They got a fantastic back in Martinez. We mentioned a rougher week last week against St. Francis, but enters today with nearly 750 yards on the ground on the season. And there is Martinez finding a hole, getting past the second level and barreling inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that's not going to be 3rd and short. That's going to be 1st and goal.
Yeah.
So again, if it were me, I could keep the ball on the ground. You don't want to risk the interception, even though you've got a prolific arm here. Obviously, play action is a good idea, but I would just keep it on the ground, try to punch it in, get the early lead with no risk.
Ball at the 5, 8:44 and counting down here in the opening quarter tonight in Lisle. Had a high-scoring game. Underclassmen before this. It was 38-37. Benet hoping for some more offensive fireworks here in the varsity game. Finding the middle of the field, he's got a man. Hauled in by Braden Peavy. That is a DePaul Catholic Rams touchdown.
And what can you say, but wide open right down the middle under the goalposts. Couldn't be more wide open. Perfect throw, pitch and catch, touchdown.
There is touchdown pass number 21 of the season for Rodriguez, and receiving touchdown number 9 for Peavy, the senior wide receiver. The point after to be attempted here for the Rams. Looking for a 7-win season after finishing 4-6 a campaign ago. And you talk about Radgowski. It's had quite the impact for Benet on the ground. Their big win of the season, a 23-16 win here at home against St. Viator that moved them to 4-0. A QB keeper for Kubaki on the first play of this drive. He'll pick up a couple balls out. And that popped out aggressively. It appears DePaul College Prep has recovered and they have the football.
That was the last thing they needed, right? After going down, this is the first play now after that touchdown. So now another very, very short field for DePaul. So if I'm right, it didn't matter if they were 90 yards away or 50 or 30. We may see a 14-0 game here very, very early. We're only talking halfway through the first quarter.
We see Juju Rodriguez returning here in shotgun. He connected with Braden Peavy for the game's first score. That one a 5-yard touchdown pass. In the air once again to begin this drive. Escaping the pocket up the middle. Flag thrown. Shovel pass. This one picked off. We'll see what the flag is on, but either way, that's Dominic Tomala. He is going to take that one all the way to the house. If the flag is a hold on the offensive line, that'll be a Red Wing touchdown, but we will wait and see.
That's like, again, the worst thing that could possibly happen. Like you said, a shovel pass. He was hoping for, he's going to get tackled. Maybe I can make a few yards by passing it this way to my receiver. And yeah, obviously easy pickoff for 6. Wow, what a turn of events. You thought you were going to go down 14-0, all of a sudden you're tied up.
That was Jack Clevenger, I stand corrected, the linebacker, and it is a hold on the Rams' offensive line. 2nd and 10. And joining Rodriguez in the backfield, that is Nick Martinez. The 1-2 punch in the run game for these Rams in the 2024 season. Still looking over to the sideline, head coach Mike Passarella barking out orders.
I like it when you look over the sidelines, you see those big posters, like 4 different posters. You get, a musical note, an animal.
Man in motion, give to Martinez, lips a couple of tackles, and a spin move as well, getting extended beyond that second level. Something that, Bob, consistently this Rams rushing attack has been able to do early and often here in the first quarter.
And they got what they want. They've got 3rd, and we're going to call it short, 3rd and 3. So far, they seem to get 3 yards at will, generally on the ground. But again, with this prolific attack, a play action, it can really hurt you. And the one touchdown they did have was over the middle.
It is the sophomore number 81, Emmett McHugh. A chance to give the Rams the lead right back after they scored the game's opening touchdown on their first drive. Snap and hold are good, and McHugh with the right. This one is wide left. If you're just joining us, DePaul getting the scoring started on their opening drive. A Juju Rodriguez 5-yard touchdown pass to Braden Peavy. Juju's 21st touchdown pass in the season, Braden's 9th receiving touchdown. And then Benet getting on the board defensively. An INT for 6. Play action, fake pass over the middle. That one hauled in by Luke Doyle inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Benet.
Yeah, we've heard this a couple of times, right? First down and goal at the 5, only this time now is for Benet.
That pick 6 I was alluding to earlier that came in the first quarter. Jack Clevenger on the receiving end of that to have us tied at 7. Benet knocking on the door, getting their first lead of this evening's game.
So at first I thought, Bennett's lucky to be in the game, but now Bennett's earning it.
They're in control.
Yeah. And again, I would like to see this on the ground, but I'm thinking, run it on the ground, see how far you get, maybe play action and run again. I feel like this time at least they're not leaving 4 points on the field. The right thing is kick the 3, take the 3, because if you go for it and you don't get it, now you're leaving 3 on the field.
Snap and hold are good. Conway, does it have enough? Yes, it does.
Perfect kick.
10-7 Red Wings.
I didn't think I'd be seeing a 10-7 lead after the way the first part of the first quarter went, but Benet in it, ahead 10-7. Now it's up to the defense to get the ball back. Now this time, if they can get the ball back, they have the ball and the lead, not just a 7-7 fake lead like I've been talking about.
So then I swing the question to you, Bob, and I won't get too repetitive with this tonight, I promise, in terms of what we're looking for, but what is now going to be, at minimal, a 4+ minute drive out of the half for DePaul. They scored on their first drive of the game offensively in the opening half. Can they score in half number 2 on their first offensive drive? We'll have to wait and see.
4-minute drive, 4-down territory.
Rodriguez, high snap over his head, and he loses the football at his ankles. It's fall on by the Red Wings.
Every coach across America says fall on the ball. He tried to pick it up and run backward and still get a play out of it. He overran the ball, and Benet was right there, and then they fell on the ball. So, like we said, we drive the ball past midfield, get into the other, but we just can't close the deal.
And a huge miscue from the offensive line of the Rams. First one to fall on it, that's number 6, the senior linebacker, Daniel Flores.
And we've seen some high snaps during the game, but one was over his head, the others are kind of high over his head, but he catches them, and this one too high. Well, I'm going to say those 2 offside calls in a row, I think, did fire up Benet. Now, they came out of the halftime, so they still have to execute their adjustments, but nonetheless, Benet looks a little bit more emotionally in it.
The Red Wings looking for their first offensive touchdown of the evening. Time for Kubacki in the pocket as a man wide open down the field. It's Luke Doyle. Hauls it in past the 20, and he's able to scamper into the end zone, or is he able to?
I think he's out.
They're going to rule him out of bounds. You see Ryan Kubacki, all the emotion, talking to both officials on that side. That was one heck of a completion, but it appears he will be ruled out. Bennett's in the red zone.
Well, the referee is right there on the sideline, and he absolutely has a good view of it. From here, it didn't look like he went out, but we'd have to replay it and see which foot and where it did go out. But what a great play. What they did is send 2 receivers deep, one far side, one down the middle, and then the third receiver, uncovered, who was really out in the flat, kept going.
And the sophomore looking to give the Red Wings a 6-point lead. Snap and hold are good. Conway off the post, no good. A huge stop for the Rams. They'll take over. Score remains 10-7.
But you don't want to get that, well, you do want to get it, but you don't want to get that 2-score lead too soon. There's only 4 minutes to go in the third period, and if you can, third quarter, and if you can eat up some clock and score in the fourth.
It'll be a pass play on first down out of shotgun. Kubacki rolling to his right, looking down the field. Instead, going to take it himself. Able to evade one defender, but the ball is out. Another turnover here in this football game, and it comes on the first play of this drive. DePaul will take over.
That is unbelievable. You're thinking to eat some clock, score a touchdown, and put the game away by getting up by 2 scores. The first play, you fumble it. Now DePaul only down 3 with the ball at midfield with the ability to move the ball. And, of course, they proved in the first quarter on the short field they can score touchdowns. You only need to move the chains about 2 or 3 times before you score.
It's the second time Kubacki has coughed up the football here this evening. Did so in the first quarter. He's looking to tie this game at 10.
Well, and a lot of us could second-guess the decision, but one thing, the coach does know how far this kicker can kick it.
Snap and hold are good. McHugh, does it have the distance? Yes, it does. We are tied.
So 3 plays from now, what's going to happen?
Handoff up the middle, Martin Radgowski. That's my call here. 10:45 and rolling down. Dropping back, looking near side of the field. There's Luke Doyle. He hauls it in at the 20, able to slip one tackler, and is brought down at the 10.
Quarterback paid a price, but what a great completion. Deep down the left side, 90 more bonus points, but hopefully the quarterback's okay. He got decked on that one. I was kind of looking for a late hit flag, but I'm glad it didn't happen.
A little bit of a limp there for Ryan Kubacki. You know what? I was one play off on the downfield completion, and Doyle running routes on the opposite side. Normally he's out on that far side of the field when we're at our vantage point, switching sides and taking advantage of a mismatch on the corner. First and goal, design run up the middle. Kubacki past the 10, gain of a pair.
If they score, though, it's going to be fun watching DePaul, and I mean a touchdown, right? Because DePaul, the whole fourth quarter is going to be 4-down territory, and with an electrifying offense, you have 4 downs to get a first down. You don't have to worry about punting. Could be a real fun fourth quarter.
New tailback in the ball game. That's number 21, Joe Salvino, rolling out on the near side. Radgowski for the corner. He's got a man. It's Luke Doyle. Touchdown, Red Wings. The first offensive touchdown of the evening for Benet. It comes at a perfect time. They're back out in front, 16-10. Second and 6. And that similar formation to what we saw on that third down conversion. See what the extra 2 men in the backfield do if they stay back to block or if they go out to pass. They will block this time. Rodriguez near side of the field for Peavy. Man falls down, pass complete. Peavy knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line. There's the big play we're looking for from this Ram offense, Bob.
And they got it. And of course, Bennett's looking around for, hey, where's the flag on that? I got knocked down. Anyway, it's a great pass. But again, it was another max protect. So DePaul, the adjustments they've made, it's not 5 receivers out in the open getting open and 5 blockers blocking anymore. It's max protect, 2 receivers out there, and there's quarterbacks just picking those 2 receivers out.
Looking for an exciting finish down the stretch.
Well, this is like a double big play here. If they score, the game's tied. Well, we think it'll be tied, right? But if they don't make it, then it'll have the ball in not much time.
Here we go, 4th and goal inside the 10-yard line. Juju Rodriguez, clean pocket to work with, serving, drawing out to his right. He's got to scramble now, play some backyard football. Rotating out to the far side of the field, pass for the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, DePaul.
Talk about just amazing hustle, field awareness, and I didn't think that was going to be caught. It looked to me like it was too softly thrown. It was going to get defended. What a great play. Ran to the right, then ran back to the left. He had blocking. Nobody gave up on the play. Perfectly thrown.
Finding his man right at the perfect time when he needed it. Chance to tie the ball game up here at 17 apiece. 4:33 to go in the fourth quarter. And we'll see what the starting package looks like for the Red Wings here in the most crucial drive of the ball game for their offense. Man in motion on first down. Near side of the field, far side I should say, complete to Doyle. Luke Doyle, green grass in front of him. Quite the completion. On first down, it's going to be a house call. Touchdown Red Wings. Luke Doyle, his second of the quarter, and they get the lead right back on the first play from scrimmage.
Showing some wheels on that catch. I thought for sure he'd get tackled from behind by somebody. He pulled away, got tripped up around the 10-yard line, and then stumbled into the end zone. What a great play on first down. A slant on the right side, and nobody could catch him.
Back and forth we go. It only took 12 seconds for 6 more to be thrown up on the board for the host.
But now we're 3rd and long. So now they're in a spot where they got to either get it on this pass, right, or half of it now and half of it on 4th down. You know, they're down to 2 plays here, down to touchdown, 2.5 minutes to go. I mean, the time is starting to run out on DePaul here.
The Red Wings have the Rams cornered right where they want them. 3rd and 13 from the 38-yard line. Rodriguez. Plenty of time to work. Rolls out, looking far side. Pass complete and hard hit. Wait, no, it's picked off. An INT. And it's going to be taken back for 6. Martin Radgowski, 3rd interception for the Benet defense. My eyes deceived me, Bob. I thought that was a completed pass, but instead, the Red Wings have put this ball game away surely.
It was completed to Radgowski.
There you go.
And what a great guy to run it back, right? He got more yards on that interception than he had running all day today, probably, right? But you said it. They put the game away with that one. With about 2.5 minutes to go, down 2 scores. This game's over.
And if it holds, the Red Wings will take the division title. It's something we haven't seen a lot of today. On the ground, we'll see what happens here. The air we go. Rodriguez yet again surveying, going through his progressions. Evades Walsh, lets it fly near side of the field to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown Rams. In on the reception is Justin Sterner.
Now, it's not exactly a Hail Mary, but obviously it was long pass for a touchdown. You get the extra point here and you kick your onside kick. I mean, they're not out of it yet. There's a minute and a half, minute 28 to be exact.
This is that passing offense that we mentioned a lot off the air before the game, and once we got on the air in the first half, and we're seeing it here. It was a 1-score game, 90 seconds to play.
It usually goes off on touchdowns. It maybe got the different ambulance operator out there today.
Here we go. It is the onside kick, bouncing. It's still loose.
How did they not get that?
My goodness, on first bounce it became anyone's football, but it is eventually fouled on by the Red Wings. Number 42, Kevin Howard.
Yeah, it's got to go the 10 yards, but it looked to me like they did a great job at blocking the Benet, who would have recovered the ball, and it looked to me like DePaul could have easily picked it up on one bounce, but then didn't, and then Benet recovered it. So that was exciting. Play that one back. It looked like they could have had it.
We shall see the lone receiver on the far side of the field in one-on-one coverage. No surprise, it is Luke Doyle.
Yeah, make him earn that timeout.
There you go, motioning a couple of tight ends on that right side of the line. A give to Radgowski, trying to turn the corner and get past midfield. He isn't really able to, and there is the final timeout taken by the Rams. You have to imagine it's been a lot of 4-man pressures for Benet tonight. They're probably only going to bring 3 here. Putting more emphasis on the back 8. No, they are going to bring 4. Moving up through the pocket. Rodriguez able to get away from Walsh for momentarily. Still on his feet. Hit hard as he throws. Pass complete to Peavy.
How did he actually catch that? First, how did Rodriguez get away from the tackle? How did Peavy get away from the defenders? Now you're 8 seconds left, so you got time for maybe 2 plays, more likely 1 from the 25-yard line. I mean, how can you think you don't look for Peavy in the end zone and make him jump high for a rebound and get that ball? If they make it quick, they can get run a 6-second play, and maybe they got 2 shots into that end zone. But one thing's for sure, you can't get tackled in the middle of the field, and you can't get sacked. Oh, more seconds are put back on the clock. So it's 10 seconds on the clock. They do have time for 2 plays.
All comes down to this, folks.
Well, I think they're going to get 2 plays. No, they can't get sacked here.
That pressure persistent from Benet. Here it comes again. Rodriguez stands tough, floats it for the end zone. Peavy, it is picked off. Dominic Tamala.
He threw it to the right place, though, to Peavy and just didn't come up with it. Peavy's still not getting up. Very disappointed.
Hope he's all right. That'll be the end to what was a thrilling game here tonight in Lisle. 2 seconds on the clock. So the Red Wings will have to get into victory formation before we wrap this up here.